On number 7, we're asked to evaluate several expressions. Notice that none of these expressions contain variables, so they can all be evaluated directly using your calculator. Just make sure that you put all fractions in parentheses. I'm going to do them without a calculator, starting with part A. Notice that 9 to the 1/2 is exactly the same as the square root of 9. Square root of 9 gives us 3. We then have 81 raised to the 3/4 power. Remember that the denominator in a fractional exponent is the index to our radical. So what we're really doing here is the 4th root of 81 raised to the 3rd power. The 4th root of 81 is also 3, and we can then raise that to the 3rd power. Notice here that we're multiplying powers with the same base. 3 to the 1st times 3 to the 3rd gives us 3 to the 1 plus 3 is 4, and 3 to the 4th is 81. Moving on to part B. Notice in part B that we have a negative exponent. And remember, a negative exponent does not give us a negative answer. Instead, it gives us a reciprocal. So we're really doing 1 over 27 to the positive 2/3. Again, when you're raising a number to a fractional exponent, the denominator is really the index to your radical. So what we're really doing here is the 3rd root of 27, which is 3, and we're raising that to the 2nd power, which gives us 1 over 9, or 1/9. Moving on to part C. Again, we have another negative exponent, so what I'd like to do is take the reciprocal first. Therefore, the 7 to the 4th moves up to the top, the 3 to the 4th moves down, and we're going to raise this whole thing to the positive 1/4 power. Notice that we have raised power to a power here, 7 to the 4th to the 1/4, and 3 to the 4th to the 1/4. When you raise a power to a power, we multiply the exponents. The 4th power raised to the 1/4, or 4 times 1/4, gives us 1, and we just get 7 to the 1st, or 7. On the bottom, the same thing occurs. 3 to the 4th to the 1/4 gives us 3 to the 1st, or just 3. And our final answer is 7/3. On part D, inside the parentheses, we're multiplying powers with the same base, so we could add those exponents. However, then we'd get another fraction. I think it might be easier to raise each of the factors inside the parentheses to the 10th power, eliminating the fractions. So what we'll get first is 2 to the 1/5 times 10 is 2. 1/5 of 10 is 2. And then 2 to the 1/2 of 10, or 1/2 times 10, is 2 to the 5th. This gives us 2 to the 7th. 2 to the 7th is 128. This concludes number 7.